Good morning. I'm Dr. Bill Masters, a retired minister from the Christian Church Disciples of Christ. I want to talk with you about Jesus Christ. He is the center of my interest, my concern, my faith, my Christology, my theology. This morning I want to talk with you about Christ's answer to our need. One way of looking at Jesus' healings is to see him looking into a person's life and finding the precise place where there is brokenness, pain, hurt, some sort of difficulty going on, and therefore a special need at that point. Jesus uses his power to mend the brokenness, ease the pain, and heal the hurt of individual human beings like you and me. To Jesus, each and every person was a unique and special individual, unlike anybody else in the whole world. Yes, there were some common things, but each person was individually and personally special. Everyone participates in our common humanity, but every single person is cared for and loved with an awareness that includes the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual differentness. In the Gospels, those treatments of Jesus' life, there are 23 healings of persons, including one healing of 2 persons and another healing of 10 persons. All the rest of the healings are of a single individual. I use the word healing because I see Jesus using his power to bring wholeness to person, and each healing is a little different than the others. All have the restoration or curing of some part of the body, mind, spirit of an individual. I became interested in this one special healing, the woman who had the issue of blood, the hemorrhaging. The story is told in Matthew 9. Remember, she believed that if she could only touch the hem of his garment, the fringe of his cloak, I will be made well. Without any word between the woman or Jesus, when she touched some part of his garment, her hemorrhage stopped. Jesus was aware that he had been touched and that power had gone out of him, and he makes that known. His power had gone to the specific place and the area where she needed healing. He knew where she needed healing, and his power went precisely to that point. In the New Living Translation, there is a most interesting viewpoint suggested about God's knowledge of each one of us and our needs, our individual and personal needs. In Matthew 5:32, the writer suggests, your Father knows exactly what you need, even before you ask him. The concept opens up all sorts of ideas and thoughts. When you and I come to God in prayer, we very much need to be open to God, very much need to be open, totally open, if that's possible, about what we're going to ask him to do for us. Is there even a slight chance that God might say to us, now, is there another need that you have in your life that you're not talking about today? An area where you have some deep concerns and worries, and you're not talking. I'm aware that you have those. Why don't you be open with me and tell me about those? Is that what the author of this unusual translation is getting at then when they write, God knows exactly what you need before you ask him? For the man with the withered hand, Jesus saw and met his need with physical healing. For the 10 lepers, Jesus felt their aloneness and their being ostracized and shunned. His healing was contained in his command to them, go and show yourselves to the priests. And Luke, the author, Luke the physician, we believe, notes the connection between obeying the instructions and rites. In going, they were healed. In doing what Jesus tells them to do, the healing occurs. Isn't that interesting? I'm fascinated by that, and I hope you are too. For the woman who needed to be forgiven, Jesus looks into her heart and recognizes the pain which is present when a person most needs to know the forgiveness of God, and he meets that desperate need for our forgiveness. Each of us needs to know and feel deep within us that Jesus recognizes the place where we most need the healing, not where others might think we need healing, but where this Christ, who knows us, sees our need for compassion, forgiveness, healing, and loving. His healing awaits our acceptance of his standing offer to each one of us, each and every individual, to be brought to wholeness. I do hope that you hear and take his offer as an individual offer to you, because I'm positive that he means it for each and every one of us. Accept his offer, will you? Think about it.